Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be making Korean chicken thighs in the Ninja Foodi Grill. We're also going to be making jasmine rice in the Ninja Foodi. And the grill is here and the foodie is over there. Right there. You can see it. This recipe is from my Facebook group. So, without further ado, come on over. So to start these Korean chicken thighs, we're actually going to make a marinade. And it's going to marinate for 20 minutes in this marinade so we have time to make the sauce as well as get the rice started. So to this bowl, we're going to go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. This is the light soy sauce. A 1.5 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. I'm also going to go ahead and add a tablespoon to 1.5 tablespoons of the gochujang. We're also going to add some ginger. This is like a teaspoon of ginger, garlic, like a teaspoon of garlic, a 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar. And I just want to chop up some green onion. All right, it's probably like 1 or 2 green onions. That's all we're going to add. I'm also going to put in just a bit of sesame sauce, just a little bit. Maybe like a 1/2 teaspoon of sesame sauce. I'm going to take a whisk. I'm going to take that gochujang right off that spatula. We're just going to whisk this all together. The gochujang is like a thick red pepper paste. It is delicious, by the way. Oh, it smells good already. I can really smell the gochujang. It's going to take a little doing to mix that red pepper paste into this marinade. But as you can see, the color of the marinade is starting to change with that red pepper paste in there. So what you see in front of you is 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I'm going to go ahead and take that marinade and put it right on top of the chicken thighs. I'm going to take a spatula. You can use your hands. I'm just opting to use a spatula today because that gochujang is spicy and then it also stains. So I'm just going to give this just a quick stir. I'm going to place this in the refrigerator for 20 minutes and we're going to make the sauce that's going to go on these chicken thighs after they're cooked. To start this sauce, we're going to turn our Ninja Foodi on. We're going to select sear saute and hit start. It automatically defaults to high. We want this to warm up. So to make this delicious sauce, we're going to start off with 4 tablespoons of butter and we're going to let that melt. We're going to add a tablespoon of minced garlic, a tablespoon of minced ginger. We just want to cook that just a little bit. We don't want this to brown. Just mix it into the butter. This is going to be delicious. This is like this is like a 1/2 cup of gochujang, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. Keep it stirring. I'm going to switch over to a whisk. I'm going to whisk this all together. Oh, look at this. A couple tablespoons of water. Last ingredient is some honey. We're going to add like between 3 and 4 tablespoons of honey. Because you've got the salty, the sweet, the spice. This is going to be delicious. And we're going to cook this for around anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes. You want it the consistency of like barbecue sauce. Now when it gets to this stage, when it's starting to bubble / boil, you want to stir it occasionally because you don't want it to burn, but you want it to thicken up. So this will be done probably in 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. You want it the consistency of like barbecue sauce because this is it's my version of Korean barbecue sauce. Now this is where it gets tricky. You have to know when to shut the Ninja Foodi off. See how this is thickening up nicely? So this is done. So what I like to do is take it out of here and put it in a bowl. Oh, look at this. Look at that delicious sauce. If you guys could smell it in here, it smells fantastic. And you might think it's too thin. It's really not. It's going to thicken up as it cools. So we're also going to be making jasmine rice. This is 1 cup of rinsed jasmine rice. I add 1.25 cups of water. To this, we're going to go ahead and add like a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You want to stir this up to make sure the rice and the salt are mixed together. You're going to go ahead and place your lid on top. Ninja Foodi bowl is in. I always like to use an extra trivet. It's just habit. You don't have to. 1 1/2 cups of water. Then you're just going to take your rice. I'm using a silicone sling. And you just place it right in there. Make sure this is attached. You're going to take your pressure cooker lid, place it on the Ninja Foodi. You want to make sure your vent is set to seal. And just like with everything else, everybody has their own way of making their rice. I'm going to choose pressure, defaults to high. Now the time, we're actually going to bring this down. I'm going to do 6 minutes, and then we're going to do a 10-minute natural release. Go ahead and hit start. So the rice is starting to count down from the 6 minutes. From here, what we're going to do, we're going to start preparing the chicken. But I'm also going to preheat the Ninja Foodi. So you have to make sure your roasting pan is in. We're going to use the air frying basket today. Make sure your screen guard is in and shut the lid. Turn your Ninja Foodi on. We're going to select air crisp. We're going to keep it on 390 and we're going to hit start. Now we're going to basically make like a breading for our chicken thighs. This is 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm adding 1/2 cup of cornstarch, or you can use potato starch, or you can use rice flour. I am going to add just a little bit of black pepper, maybe like a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm also going to add just a pinch of salt. And we're just going to take a whisk, and we're going to whisk this all together. We're going to take that chicken that's been marinating, just going to put it over here. I'm just setting up an assembly line because it's more efficient. We have our chicken, our coating, and a sheet pan to put those chicken thighs on. Just going to reach in and grab one of these chicken thighs. Let the excess marinade drip off just a little bit. And we're going to go put it right into this flour mixture. And you heard the Ninja Foodi Grill is already preheated, but I'm just going to let that continue to heat. So I want this super hot. You can take your hand and just put the flour right onto this chicken thigh. Just press it in. Flip it back over. You want to make sure you're hitting all nooks and crannies on this. By putting this flour mixture on here, you're just creating like crispy little pockets for this sauce that I made to stick to this chicken thigh. Shake off the excess, and we're just going to place it right over here in the sheet pan. The next step, we're going to spray these chicken thighs with a little bit of avocado oil. So we're going to go ahead and open the Ninja Foodi Grill. You can use tongs. I'm just going to use my hands. And you're just going to put those chicken thighs right on the air fry basket. All right, we can get 3 in here. I'm not sure if we could put 4 in or not because we don't want them overlapping. Go ahead and shut the lid. Just as a reminder, the temp is 390 and it was at 20 minutes. I'm just going to leave it on the 20 minutes. We're going to check them in probably 8 minutes. It's been about 7 minutes. I'm just poking my head in here just to see what they look like. And they're starting to brown up really nice. So I'm going to see if I can go ahead and flip these without losing that wonderful coating. Now, if you see any flour sections, you want to go ahead and spray those again with oil. But this is looking good. Since we have it open, I am going to go ahead and do a quick temp. Okay, these are almost done. Lower the lid. The rice is done. We're just going to do a quick release. Once that red tab goes down, then we'll take the lid off. The red tab is dropped in the back. We're going to go ahead and take the lid off. Watch out for the steam and the dripping water. And just set that to the side. We're going to lift the rice out. Go ahead and shut your Ninja Foodi off. This is what I use to remove my cast iron pots from the grill and the Ninja. And this is not working so hot today. All right, there we go. Is just fluff this with a fork right away. And look at this. Comes out perfect. It's a little sticky. Like I said, this is the way I like my rice. So the rice is set. I'm going to go ahead and put that lid, just jar it right there. It's go back over to the Ninja Foodi Grill. All right, so it's been about, 10 minutes. Pop the top. These chicken thighs are looking fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and do a quick temperature on them. They're done. Let me just check the other ones just to make sure. Oh yeah, they're done. So what I'm going to do is take these out and just put them in a stainless steel bowl. Now, you're going to try to do your best not to knock this coating off. Oh yeah, this is going to be great. You're going to take that gochujang, look at that lovely sauce. And while it's still warm, this chicken, it's going to pour it over the top. Now you have to be careful because the coating will come off these chicken thighs. Take a brush and you can brush that right onto the chicken. And the chicken will actually warm this sauce. But if you want like a warmer or hotter sauce, you can actually put the bowl, cover it just a little bit, and put it right back into the Ninja Foodi. It will reheat this sauce nicely. Once again, be gentle, like I just ripped that chicken thigh apart. Turn them over. Take some more of that sauce. Put it on the back side of the thighs. Take that brush it right into them. Instead of putting this directly onto the cutting board, which it would probably stain, I am going to lift one of these chicken thighs out. But I'm going to go ahead and bowl up some rice. And we're just going to cut this into bite-sized pieces and serve it over the top of the rice. Listen, my brother's over there and I can't do the chopsticks right. But it's time for that taste test. Close up. Mike, do you want to do a taste test? Yeah, I can't do this right. Delicious, and now the heat's coming. See, I can't do this with you here. It's funny. No, Mike, I edit this all out. I just choked on a piece of chicken.
You want some beer?
No. Thank you. This is delicious. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications button. Check us out on the Facebook group page, as well as Twitter and Instagram. Once again, I appreciate all my viewers. Thank you.